Alright guys, welcome to week 3 matchup of the DCS. We have here Black to the 9, BTN against Lower Division Please, LDP is how I will be referring to them throughout the night. So welcome all, and we are just about to get into picks and bans tonight. So I thought I'd go ahead and quit the music and get a little introduction going. I am Victor Vic Sharp Watney, and I will be your caster for tonight's games. So again, DCS Week 3 matchup between these two teams. On Game 1, we have Black to the 9 on the blue team and LDP on the purple team. This will be a best of 2. Each team will play on each side, and points will be awarded based on the outcome of the series. Still haven't gotten links to those websites yet down at the bottom. My apologies. Those will be up hopefully in the little bit of a break. JK. Back to the BRB screen for a second. Lol. JK. Not champ select yet. But anyway, guys. Alright. Again, DCS Week 3 matchup. I think we will have multiple series tonight. The last I know. But nothing official yet, and I'll let you know. But right now, we will just get started with this best of 2. We are just about to get back into picks and bans. We had to get one more spectator in, but here we go. Back into picks and bans again. BTN on the blue team, Black to the 9, and Lower Division Please, LDP on purple side for this Game 1. And we'll have to see what picks and bans are for these first couple matchups. Definitely a Corky. I love it. Anyone who watched Lower Division Please's Week 1 matchup, that Corky was scary in Game 1 and pretty much carried them to a victory. So homework ban here from BTN as their first ban. And getting into this quickly, Akali comes out as the first ban here for LDP. And definitely a very scary champion if it gets going. It is possible to shut it down and really make it disappear in the game, but still very scary, very good champion. And we'll just have to see Kha'Zix ban out as well here from BTN going towards the jungler, and that was the scary duo for LDP in their Week 1 matches, was that Corky Kha'Zix. So definitely a bit of homework bans here from BTN, looking to shut down the two carries and the jungler and the AD carry here for LDP. We see the Skarner ban out here from LDP. I love it. Skarner, definitely a pocket pick of some junglers, but can be very effective if the jungler's comfortable with him. And the Zed ban out here as the final ban for BTN tonight and this Game 1. And definitely a lot of damage banned out, a lot of carry potential banned out on BTN side. LDP, not really very many targeted bans, or not a huge target focus in either of these games. 2 jungle bans and a couple mid lane bans. We see the Jace coming in the last ban out here. Anyone that watched World saw that turns, to steal the words of I believe it was Kobe, that turns anything into a poke comp. So that Jace is scary. Lucian first pick here, going with the AD carry. And it's hard to argue that first pick. Still very strong. Very strong champion. Very strong lane phase. And definitely going to be looking to kind of control the LDP bot lane. And they answer right back with the Wukong to probably go in the jungle and the Nami for their support roles. So I'm not sure that the Nami is much of a takeaway when you're going a solution. It definitely helps because the sustain will help your carry stay through the Lucian bully phase. But oh, not the Rammus. Please, not the Rammus. I do not want to be saying okay for the entire game. God help me. But we see a Janna hover. Not entirely sure the synergy with a Lucian can definitely be helpful because you can shield him as he's going to go in, and it is the Rammus. Oh, damn, I'm going to be having to say okay now. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stop myself from doing it, guys. So if you were hoping for it, But we see a Tristana and the Scion hover. Oh, the fiddle. So, the fiddle, not the fiddle. We already have a Wukong and a support. Where are you going to throw the fiddle? Mid lane? The AP fiddle? Nope, we see the Tristana and the Malzahar. I actually saw in a couple of the games in week 1, that Malzahar is very deadly if he can get a little bit of early help and kind of survive whatever matchup. And they're holding their top laner, most likely here for the final pick, but kind of a jump on you type of team. Wukong's going to want to get in there with the Cyclone. Nami's going to be able to bubble or tidal wave. Tristana's going to want to be jumping in and getting resets. Malzahar, you're kind of, I don't know, looking for a bit of the roam potential. Definitely some team fighting, though, here on the side of BTN on the blue team. The Rammus that with the taunts. The Janna engage or disengage, depending on how you want to use that ultimate. If they go with this combo for Fizz Rumble for their final picks, definitely going to be looking to jump on somebody with maybe a Shark with the Rammus taunt. They're going to be looking to pick someone off and pick them off quickly. We're probably a top lane left here for LDP. I would imagine the Malzahar could be going top lane, or whoever they pick now could be going top lane. Just kind of have to see. Yasuo would be interesting. It is a pretty decent comp. The Nami bubble would work. The Cyclone would work. Definitely some use for Yasuo here, and we'll have to see if they're able to time, I guess, the knockups correctly to give Yasuo a chance to really jump in there and do a good bit of damage if this team from BTN tries to jump in and get their team fights. So, should see everything kind of locked in here. Again, black to the 9, BTN over on the blue side. We have a Lucian AD carry with the Janna in the support for the bot lane. The Rammus jungle. Hopefully it's a pretty okay Rammus. I am sorry. Shots, no, not even shots fired. That is shots buried into a wall and pound your head into them because that was that bad. With the Fizz mid lane. Anyway, back to the lineups and the Rumble in the top lane. Over on the side of... okay. Over on the side of LDP, we have the Malzahar in the jungle. I think. Okay. Okay. Damn it. I think they did that just to get me to say okay as many times as freaking possible. But anyway, the Nami in the support lane with the Tristana. Definitely going to get Tristana through the laning phase with the sustain, with the initiation potential, can really help Tristana. And we see the Wukong. Wukong and Yasuo. One of them's going to go top, one of them's going to go mid. I'm going to assume that's a top lane Wukong, but I also thought it was a jungle Wukong. So, we'll just have to see where LDP decides to take it. And definitely some interesting team comps from this first match. Kind of all over the place. A good bit of, I guess, single target damage and a lot of AoE, I guess, if Rammus can land what he needs. The equalizer, you're definitely looking for a lot of engage here from BTN, whereas LDP they're going to want to knock up, they're going to want the Wukong ult, the Nami ult, or the Nami bubble, get Yasuo in there, get Tristana in with the resets. I'm not sure what this Malzahar is going to do in the jungle. Not sure one bit. But definitely have to see, what's going on. We see almost done with our spectator delay, about a minute 15 left on it, and then we will get into this game 1 of the best of 2 for the Donald Championship Series Week 3 matchup in the upper division. I believe lower division, please, got their Week 2 match postponed. That could be coming up later tonight. I have nothing confirmed on that. But anyway, they have 1 point. They tied their first Week 1 match 1-1, and BTN, I believe, has 6 points. I think they are 2-0 in terms of matches. So definitely be interesting to see here. Can LDP kind of break through this team and give them a loss and take a point from this matchup. With this team comp, I think they might have a bit of a surprise factor to do it, but we'll see. I'm curious to see how their AD carry performs on this Tristana. He really is going to have to put this game on his shoulders. And while he did help them carry game 1 in their week 1 matchup, he disappeared a little bit in game 2. He died stupidly. He dove and went a little too aggressive as a Corki against the longer range of the Caitlyn Morgana bot lane. So he'll definitely have to see how he handles the expectation of having to be the carry for this team in this matchup. So be interesting to definitely see and see how if he can take it in stride, take it and be the carry that this team's really going to need him to be to probably win this matchup, because a lot's going to be on his shoulders as trying to get to this late game Tristana. Well, I would love to do the more skins team's going to win, but it's 4 against 3 on the side of LDP here, and I don't know, my more skins thing's been wrong for quite a bit of the game, so I'm just going to hang my head in shame here and keep talking, but we'll have to see here what happens. And as we get into the games, let me move these around so I don't question. Nope. Chat is going to go in the corner. Oh, hey. Hopefully that's not too long. I'm assuming, yeah. That's going to go into the corner. I don't want to see anything. Malzahar in the jungle. Let's see. Yep, it looks like it will be the Wukong in the top lane. And nothing too strange early on here. Ooh, an ancient coin from Janna. Definitely interesting. Going for the more, I don't know what you want to call it, the more constant income of the gold of the GP10 items and of the gold income items for the supports. Whereas Nami's definitely going to be wanting to get some of those autos in, get the money from the Spell Thieves, help Tristana kind of survive this bit of a bully lane matchup. And we see early on here we have the good ward there from LDP to see where both Rumble and Fizz were. But there are 5 members of BTN on this bottom side. Some good wards, though, from good defensive wards early on here from LDP will show most of the entry routes into any invades. So it looks like both teams are just kind of start on the bottom side here and move on. We should see standard lanes. I haven't seen a lane swap yet in DCS, and I'd honestly be surprised if it started tonight. So, but at the same time, I am casting a Malzahar jungle. Something's going to give sooner or later. But we'll have to see here. Pretty standard start, nothing too odd, so I get to ramble for, 2 minutes while we sit around the buffs and stare at anyone that decides to dance and Yasuo that wants to jump in and out of the bush. Lucian's getting excited. He's showing those guns off. My inner freak, guys. It is in force tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now for that. But I'll have to see here. 2 melees in this mid lane. Be interesting to see who goes for the earlier aggression and the early damage. Wukong going quickly onto Rumble here. It won't be major damage, but it'll be enough to force him back. And the Rumble is really going to need to get going a little earlier than you would expect, because otherwise Rumble's going to get going about the same time this Tristana does, and that's going to turn into an issue. Yasuo doing a good bit of trading there with Fizz. Definitely getting the better end of that trade and proving to be a little bit stronger in this early levels, even though he is down a few CS. But level 2 hit first from the LDP bot lane. Tristana goes in, exhaust goes down, 2 exhausts go down, heal burned on the side of LDP. They're continuing to go in. Tristana having to flash away, Janna continuing to auto, and the Nami sustained first blood to Lucian, and will he get the double? Good bubble from Nami, gets Lucian down as well, gets the kill, and it's a 1-for-1 trade, but the first blood gold onto Lucian, while the supports the support gets the kill for LDP, and you have to think BTN gets the better outcome of that trade with the first blood gold. They do have these same items, though, as they will head back to lane. Both going double Dorn's Blade here. And Nami was able to actually force Janna away, so Janna will go back and get an early health crystal. Rammus just kind of shows himself in lane. I believe, does Malzahar have a red buff on him? Okay, he does have a red buff. I thought for a second that Rammus actually got the 3 buff, but he just got a ward along the jungle, so, what do you know? But, oh, well, we see a fight anyway. Malzahar's gonna get hit up a little bit, but Rammus should just back away. Shouldn't be anything too scary. Wukong is coming around, though. This could be a bit of a trap, and Rammus is going to powerball away. Flash in from Wukong. Yasuo's there as well, but Fizz kind of comes to keep him in check, and that will be the end of that. We see damage in this bot lane as Nami recalled to get a health crystal and some wards here, and Tristana pushed under turret. Not doing a fantastic job of CSing, but I guess doing what they can. Fizz jumping in, doing quite a bit of damage, but Yasuo can trade most of that back. Both of them coming very low, but flashing red on both sides, but Yasuo definitely getting the worst end of that outcome. I think Ignite was burned, though, so ends up doing good to burn the Ignite from Fizz, and that'll stop a decent bit of all-in potential here for the next few minutes while that comes off cooldown. Kind of looking at the CS for a moment, this Rumble has gotten ahead in CS of the Wukong. The Fizz is beating up on the Yasuo, and this mid lane, this bot lane is pretty even, but the Lucian is doing enough at this point to stay ahead, and it's expected, but Tristana is doing a very good job for it to be within, 5-6 CS at this point. 3 to 4 depending on how well the CS under turret goes here. Got 2 of them, so down to 3. But we see Yasuo going double. All the swords here for LDP. It is the sword team, definitely, except Wukong has a staff and Tristana has a gun. Okay, Nami a little too far forward, gets the bubble in, and that's going to be a little bit of damage back, but Nami taking a lot as well. Lucian does not have heal, so good trade there from LDP, and they get definitely the favorable trade, but Rammus is on that side of the map if he wants to try something here. Rumble is a level up here on Wukong in the top lane, even though Wukong's now ahead in CS. Here comes Malzahar. He's not level 6 just yet. He's going to try and do what he can, but I don't think it's going to be a kill. Yep, just forcing Rumble a bit away, but Wukong's so low, you can't even say you're forcing Rumble away because Wukong has to back. Tristana not quite able to miss, and here comes the Rumble. He flashes the... Wow. I'm so well stunned at that. Flashed the bubble from Nami, wonderfully done. Was able to keep Nami in place and then gets the kill. So an assist here on Lucian as well, and he's just going to go in on the Tristana, and he can. With that Janna shield, Tristana can't do much of anything right now. Forced to rocket jump away. Fizz jumps the shark, goes all in on Yasuo, and gets the last little bit of health there. And we'll get out safely. We'll go through the bush, and this is a chance to get some turret damage. So things looking very well for BTN at this point in the game. Up just a bit over 1,000 gold. Fizz starting to get the kill. We see Tristana with an agility cloak, but is down 12 CS now. Lucian has the kill and the assist. Every lane is just about down 10 CS at this point here for LDP. We actually see the mid lane, Yasuo down almost 20, and he just got 1v1'd, so things not looking like they're going to go up any here for LDP unless they definitely get a bit of a turnaround here once we get out of this kind of slow laning phase. We see Fizz finishing up the Sheen. I'm betting going towards Lichbane first item there, and they're going to try and collapse onto Janna here, but Janna, nice tornado, is going to keep Malzahar away long enough, and Yasuo is not quite able to get there. They defend the pink ward, but no real damage on the Janna, and they just kind of have to back away from it. Wukong does have the ult, but he has to be a little careful of this Rumble, you think, at this point. We kind of look. They do have the level advantage in this bot lane. It's not extreme, but it is enough. Fizz has the Shark back. He can try this if he wants. He's just going to force Yasuo into a trade and then back away, get some more CS. This Rammus is definitely going to be wanting to go for some interesting ganks with the Moby boot. He misses the Shark, and Malzahar's there as well. We have an attempted skirmish in the bot lane, but just going to get placed by a ward. Tristana really can't go in at this point. The Janna shield is just going to deflect so much damage, and Fizz is able to get away and go get the blue buff. So the all-in attempt kind of by Fizz throwing the Shark out and trying to jump onto the Yasuo fails, but Malzahar isn't able to get anything by coming close to the lane either. And looking towards 10 minutes, that Dragon has to start becoming a possibility that both teams need to think about. Fizz just going to jump in again, and Yasuo down to half health. He cannot stay, even though he's out of pots too, so he really can't stay. That, especially when you have a Rammus that can be coming from anywhere. And look at, he was trying to gank mid, but they see Malzahar, and here comes a Rammus. Equalizer goes down to stop Malzahar, but Malzahar's gonna get the stun up onto Rumble, and Wukong got the kill. Interesting, and Rammus just did a whole lot of rolling right there. Oh, Yasuo. Down he goes again. Fizz didn't even need the Shark on that one. But Rammus there was trying to gank for the Fizz in mid, and then saw the Malzahar, tried to rotate up to top, and didn't get there soon enough. He's coming through the lane, and Fizz is coming up as well. But can Malzahar get away? He gets the stun. He's going to get the taunt. Here comes Fizz. Fizz does have the Shark to throw out. They get the ward. The Shark's going to land, and that is going to be a dead Malzahar. Killing spree for Fizz. 3-0 now. Just over 10 minutes. And look at the little amount of fear on Lucian's play. Knowing he has the Janna shield, he pulls the exhaust out just by going in. Tidal Wave gets burned. It's going to knock Janna up, but nothing else. They get the bubble as well, but they have to burn heal because the Lucian... Oh, the Lucian did so much damage with the culling, and Tristana trying to jump in and get a reset, take out Janna, gets heal baited and ulted away. So good trade of ults there from every side. Tristana using the ult, Nami using the bubble, but both the culling and the Monsoon used from Janna to push everyone away. And I think a heal on both sides as well. Tristana burning flash, so a bit of a... Wow, Wukong just went straight in on Rumble there. Burning the ult and just demolishing Rumble. That's a bit of a good sign here. They need something good to happen from this top lane here, because LDP's really starting to fall behind the rest of the map. We saw Fizz didn't even have ult and took out so much of Yasuo's damage. If he would have had ult, you'd have to think Yasuo would be dead right now. But LDP gets the first turret in that top lane, and the gold lead is still hovering at about 1,000, even though you're looking at 30 CS leads for them in the mid and the bot lane. Oh, the Fizz ult's able to hit. Tristana is not going to do anything here. Kill picked up by Rammus, and oh, good bubble there, but Fizz just too strong at this point. Has the Lich Bane. He's 5-0-1. Yasuo can't fight this either. He needs to get away, but Fizz is just going to go in on this. Triple kill at this point in the game for Fizz. 12 minutes in. That's going to be a turret. That should be a dragon, I imagine. Rammus is here, so they can just rotate down to it. Wukong's getting a good bit of damage and might take this mid turret. Does he have minions? He has the second minion wave coming in here. And yes, he does. Rammus has thought about coming down, but it was a dead turret anyway. And Wukong's just going to go off into the jungle. So Wukong definitely trying to keep them in this. Getting that mid turret, trying to get some map pressure here for LDP. And they're trying to ward up around this dragon because they know that it is a very strong possibility for BTN at this point. And in the top lane, Wukong came back and we have a fight, but Wukong not wanting that one, and Rumble was able to take him down. No ult there for, or I don't know if the ult just came off cooldown, but Wukong not wanting to use it, and Rumble just able to chase him down. just kind of chase him down through the camouflage. And this 4-man team for BTN, 5-man now with Janna here in the mid lane, they're going to get this turret, I think, relatively uncontested because Tristana's farming up in the bot lane, not even close to where it needs to be at this point because BTN's just going to keep pushing. There's 3 people here for... Oh, Fizz is just... Wow. Fizz eliminated Malzahar there. Rumble gained the kill on Yasuo, and now there's 2 members down. They're going to have enough minions to take this M2, middle 2 turret. Tristana is going to have to rocket jump away. The good... Monsoon's going to separate them, but the good Nami bubble and the good Nami wave, this should be a dead Fizz. Wow, Fizz is going to get away, and Rumble gets the kill on Wukong. Wukong started that fight off, but a good Monsoon there from Janna was able to reset the fight, keep Fizz alive, and just allow them to turn and take out Wukong. And that will be Dragon, first one of the game, going down here at 14 minutes to BTN. And this is going to open the lead up to about 6,000. So very clean start for the most part for BTN. They even got the first blood gold, and I don't know, it's a bit worrisome here for LDP. Yasuo at this point only has the Avarice Blade. Tristana's got the pickaxe and the agility cloak, but Fizz has a Lichbane. Fizz is 7-0-2. He doesn't quite have the Leandries yet for Rumble, but the Haunting Guys and the Sork Shoes, wow, but Tristana nicely done there, able to dodge the fish, and because of that, shuts down the Fizz. Good influx of gold there. Tristana really needed that. 20 CS down in this Lucian, 1-2-1 now with the kill. The shutdown gold is not quite enough. It doesn't look like to finish the IE. It's not enough, but so really a power spike Tristana needed to hit at this point to start getting really quickly towards that late game. Wukong's going to go onto Janna, and Janna burning the shield. In comes Yasuo. He's going to just miss the tornado. He had ult. Oh, there's the rest of BTN. They lock down the Wukong, and down he goes, and Janna survives. That was a bit of a miscalculation going into the darkness there of the enemy jungle. When you're this far behind, that's not the best idea, and it shows why, as he just got collapsed on by the waiting members. And unfortunately for LDP, oh, Malzahar, you just got seen. Rumble gave it away, and Malzahar's still not there in time. He burns Flash, but what? He evaporated as Fizz jumped onto him. Rumble was trying to wave quick enough to give Rammus a lane in, but they're just going to start sieging an inhib turret at 16 minutes. And there's no reason they can't. Look at this. Yasuo's already down to half. Culling's going to get burned. It's going to take down a little bit of Tristana and a little bit of Nami. But at 16, just under 16 minutes, look at this. Fizz is going to jump in. Down's going to go Tristana. Down goes Nami from the Lucian. Rumble gets Yasuo. Double kill for Lucian as Wukong goes down. The only one up. 2 double kills there, and 6-2-4 on Rumble now. 8-1-4 on Fizz. 3-1-5 on Lucian. An inhibitor at 17 minutes. Those super minions are going to be hurting. And a 10k? No, just under a 9k gold lead here for BTN. They are really far ahead right now, and they have the items that show it. Yasuo's still not quite done with the static shiv, almost getting it, and Tristana very close to finishing up that IE. But at the same time, you have a almost finished Zanya's on the Rumble. You have the Moby boots and starting to get some armor here on the side of Rammus. I'd imagine Lucian's pretty close to finishing. Yep, he finishes up his IE here. Janna's gonna get away. That was close. Talisman finished up. That's a bunch of engaged potential as well. Tristana just walked over pink ward, and okay, good. See, DCS over LCS, we clear out the pink wards in the river. Shots fired. But anyway, this is definitely a bit of a scary. Oh, Fizz landed the shark. Half health of Malzahar just with the shark. He is 3v1ing and he doesn't care. He's going to get... He almost got a 2-for-1. He almost got 2 people for his life. Look at how low Lucian is. Or look at how low Yasuo is. But that was 3 people. Fizz doesn't have to care. Wukong's going to try. He camouflages in. He does have ult and he uses it. Heal to get the speed up here from Lucian. He has the damage though. Wukong biting off a little more than he could chew. Kill for Lucian. He does get taken down to red, but that's not a kill. And Rumble found himself a Tristana. Tristana burns the ult of... Tristana and Rumble burning the ult. Rumble going under turret, taking a couple shots, but it doesn't matter at this point. You have the Zhonya's. You have the magic pin for Rumble. He's doing a lot of damage at 20 minutes. And at the same time, you have super minions pushing down your mid lane that are doing a heck of a lot of damage themselves. So, definitely have to see how LDP attempt to make any thought of a comeback here. They're down almost 10k gold. They're backed into their base. Super minions are pushing down their mid lane while their side lanes are just falling to split pushing from the entire team of VTN. And at this point, you can't even kill the Fizz 1v3. So Wukong trying to jump on the Lucian again, but gets stunned up and will go down. And meanwhile, Fizz eliminates Yasuo in the mid lane. And Rammus is just going to be like, okay, I'm... Oh, flashing the bubble and landing onto Tristana. That was beautiful there from Rammus. Tristana getting locked up and eliminated. Nami getting down to the double kill. Rumble making sure he drops tower ult fully. Malzahar's up, but... well, the surrender coming in. Surrender at 20 here from LDP. That was a bit of a dominating performance from BTN. Really controlling that game from the get-go. And just... that Fizz, 10-1-5, was destroying people. He landed 2 shots on Yasuo, and he was gone. And we saw the Shark take half of Malzahar's health quickly. There's just so little you can do to that once you get to that point in the game. And unfortunately for LDP, they really couldn't do anything about it.